polish the floor basically,
Yeah.
just under 1 foot. And they're like doing a dance. It was fun for the kids. They go back and forth, and in the meantime, they're polishing the whole floor. And it really looked good.
Oh boy, here's a goofy thing I just didn't do. When I
Hmm?
when I popped on when I clicked on yours to be on here, I had it on here, and I just went over. I was just thinking, oh, let me see how many people are in the background. I go over there, and it turns out I didn't have us on till just now.
Okay, you've been live for 44 seconds.
I didn't click the go live.
Yeah, you didn't click the YouTube one
No, no,
or the StreamYard.
the
Yeah, the go
stream yard.
live thing.
Yeah, because
Okay.
when I went over to the channel to see, how many people were in the background, it was just the avatar, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I know I
It's,
have you up on the other screen, and it wasn't all of a sudden when I was talking there, I heard myself. So that was the first time,
well,
you know. Anyway,
you heard yourself because I was looking when I went over there. I go, all of a sudden it dawned on me. I said, hey, I'm not getting no feedback. I wonder
right.
why. Well, now I know
Okay, well,
why.
maybe now Christian and Simon will show up.
Yeah, maybe
It's
Christian.
early Dark Friday for Simon.
Yeah. His daughter's going to college, man, pretty soon. You believe that?
I don't know. I saw
Not me.
something on Facebook. What she passed some kind of test, so I guess maybe that was the
Yeah.
college admission thing or something.
Yeah, I think it was. It was like our SAT, I guess.
Yeah, my son started his classes, I think last Monday or
Yeah,
Tuesday. So
Jamie, finally. So Jamie heard us talk. No, he couldn't have heard us talk. Nobody did. Oh my
yeah,
God.
nobody, I guess, could hear us because yeah,
Well,
I don't know
Jamie,
how. I assumed that when I got on, when I started talking to you, we were live. But you're right. I didn't see that little red timer up in the corner until just
hey,
now.
hey, I would have been perfectly. I'd have went through the. They showed this Japanese. I think it was Japanese guy one time. He had this seminar or this class he was given online. He was on it for 7 hours before he realized they couldn't hear him. And when he found that out, he got all fucking pissed off. Just went crazy. I guess. But throwing his hands around like
Oh,
Italian.
I'm telling you,
Uh,
you need a production engineer,
yeah. Well,
someone who can click the right buttons for you.
yeah, don't count on me, man. I'm losing my edge here. So yeah, it was just a picture. That's right. That's what that was. Oh my.
All right, I wouldn't know the first thing about starting a live stream or doing one, and I don't intend to. So.
Well, you'd have thought I didn't either. And it just popped up on my phone, too. All right. What are you going to do? It says payment dates. Hmm. Well, I'll get this all freaking squared out. Everything is great, is good in the universe. All's well. Yeah.
Hey, I finally, when I was down in Florida, what, 2 weeks ago now,
Hmm.
my daughter, the former Marine, she went online at the VA website and finally got my stuff started. She actually got a claim started for me,
For
which
you.
I thought I did back like 15 years ago when I went, to the local office,
Uh,
and but they never started a claim, so I don't know if I can,
a
you know,
claim for what?
go,
Brain damage?
huh?
You got brain damage?
No, just claim for any injuries, I had while I was in,
Uh,
like
I
a
know,
separated shoulder and stuff like
no,
that.
Ronald said, yeah, it should be. I looked on in my, we call it the jumps folder. It had all the original, it didn't have my going to the doc for my what do you call it? Cut my finger there. The night I had the munchies and I had a can of those peanuts with that key that you
Oh yeah.
turn. Yeah, well, I got the thing off, but I went to try to pull it off, and it was giving me some resistance there, and I tried real hard, and I cut into my finger, the meat of
Your
my
finger was the resistance.
Fuck. It was my middle finger too.
Mhm.
You know, they put me in I had a sling there. All night I'm in pain. I mean, it freaking hurt, man.
There's nothing like a throbbing finger when you're trying to sleep because it
So,
kind of try to hold it in
so,
the air.
so yeah. So in the morning, I mean, it happened earlier in the evening too. So in the morning, I went to work, and the sergeant said, "Oh, I didn't think you'd be here today." I'm thinking, don't I always have to be here when I'm supposed to be? You know, and so I'm right-handed. It's on my right. So I got myself. They put me a little sling there. I had the middle finger only. The middle finger only was wrapped up, and it was sticking straight up. And the colonel of the post, he came in and
He
he
come
was
by and you
walking.
saluted him, huh?
Yeah, well, he's looking right at my finger. You know, I'm like, ain't nothing I can do about it. You know. Oh my God. Bruce Henry. Oh, what prompted you to have a baby so far apart from the old one? I saw that picture of the daughter. She was introduced to her brother, huh? Yeah. 3:43 a.m. He's a morning person, huh? I was never a morning person, even though I spent most of my life on mornings. Oh my God, I can't stand it. When I worked third shift, it was sweet when you're young because I'd go home, I'd sleep 4 hours, get up, I'm good. But if I went home and slept 8 hours, forget it. Yeah. Second shift is excellent if you want to party. It's just that you try catching up with everybody else when you get there because they're all acting goofy and you're not there yet. You know, and you want
I
to
don't know. When I
join in.
worked shift, we rotated every week. It was I forget it, days, swings, mids. I forget, but every week you're on a different shift. You know, and the only good one
Well,
was when you finished up midnights Friday morning, and you didn't have to go until Monday afternoon for swing shift. That was a long weekend. So,
we had
and
6 months on, 6 months off kind of thing. Some
and it was
job.
good because you'd get paid Friday, and then by Monday morning you'd be broke anyway. So you needed
I
to
mean, look,
work.
you work 12 hours, but you're not gonna get 8 hours of sleep. That's the thing. You know, sleeping. I couldn't deal with that. I did it only for the when I was in the factory. I did it for the summer. It was great. You know, I wanted the sun. I wanted to be able to use the daylight. You know, seven
I
months
think
old. 12 months old.
ex-father-in-law, he worked 17 years of midnight. I was like, man, there's no way I could do that.
You gotta sit around half the day waiting to go. Is it time yet? Is it time yet?
Yeah, I'd hate that.
You got there, Jamie? And my kids so far, boy, yeah, yeah. 12 years later. Well, I was at my friend's house a couple of years ago, and I haven't seen these guys. Well, him I seen, but these other guys I haven't seen them for freaking mega years. His dad too. I remember his dad when he's 70. He goes, "Man, getting old's a bitch." And when I was talking to him, he was before when I left, he was turning 90 that year. And my friend says to the uh, the other guys in the room were all around our age. One guy's girlfriend was 40, I think 42 at that time. My mother's daughter was 42. He says, "Hey, Then this guy, what's your oldest? How old's your oldest kid? I said 42. And the lady said, oh, that's my age. And how old's your youngest kid? I said 6.
Yeah.
And the
Be
guy
careful,
goes,
Jamie. Be careful, Jamie. Don't do like I did. My oldest boy was an only child for 11 years. Then I ended
ooh,
up having 6 more. So
6 more.
yeah. So might be a start of a good thing, Jamie. You never know.
My wife wanted another one. I'm like, nah, that's enough. One of my friends from bus company, he started a year after me, I think. He got assaulted on the bus. He retired or medical
He got
retired.
assaulted.
Yeah, he got assaulted, man. Beat the fuck out of him so bad, his hands was always shaking. But get this, he got the payout. Took a lump sum or whatever. And I'm thinking, well, his nerves, his head was always bobbing, and his hand was always bobbing. And one day I'm on my route, driving one of my routes. He pulls up to me next to me on a motorcycle. I was like, "What the heck, man? I thought you couldn't." So yeah, 6 more. Yeah, I think that includes his second
Yeah.
wife too. Maybe.
I've got yeah, both.
But anyway,
Four
that
girls,
dude,
4 girls and 3 boys.
the guy's a year younger than me. He just had a baby girl. His wife is very cute, very very cute. He lives in a trailer. He lives in a mobile home like you. He's up in he's up near Madison, a little north of Madison, the capital, Madison, Wisconsin, and they're having urban issues in Wisconsin Dells. It's like they had those old army amphibious, like driving across the water kind of thing. I figure
Yeah.
what they call them, but they're still running them. But the Dells has done a great job. Water park, they did a great job of keeping up with the times. From
He's
when I
got
was.
he's got a mobile home in northern Wisconsin.
Nah, it's middle. It's more the middle. Uh, it's
It still gets pretty freaking cold there, huh?
oh yeah. He's Madison was west of me by it was about 3.5, 4 hours maybe. Something like I could be. I never went through it. When I went to visit my uncle, he told me about that route, and I just went with the GPS on my phone, and I went toward Green Bay. When I got to Green Bay, I split off to the left there and got where I needed to get to. One way or the other was going. You had to take either one. One wasn't any better than the other one. Shorter. But he just had another kid. He said he's got a little. He's in a little group of guys up there too. You know. I said, yeah. He goes, yeah. You could live up here, but I was like, fuck. I looking out the window today and it was gray. And I thought back to when I was back there, and it would be getting cold out and it's gray. What a bummer that was. Apparently, my birth father, these, 92. That's real rare for an Italian guy if he was in the mob. Genovese or Genovese? Some pronounce it Genovese. Genovese. 92. I don't know if my friend's dad used to be our he filled in, he worked first shift as supervisor. He was in my department on second shift for I don't know how many months, but he had one eye was glass eye. He only had one eye. And I'm sitting on this machine feeding it the shackles. It was a notcher. So I got kind of a slightly obstructed view of the office door, which was office was more of like a cubicle after the fact, after the floor was made. And all of a sudden, when I look, these chicks go flying. He tripped over it. There was a stop there, one of the hoppers that fed the shackle forming machine, and he tripped it. And he goes, "God damn it, you gotta move that thing." I mean, nobody else ever did what he did. But it was hilarious, man. When I saw last time I saw him, he was nice. He was gonna be. I left here in what, April or January, and he was turning 92 in June. So that was he should be about 95 right now. Yeah, what? Yeah, he was a Genovese in the mafia. Asked who? Who's her? Oh, let me read this, man. Oh, apparently my father, okay. I only have 52. Yeah, all these abs, huh? My kids look. My second daughter had a picture taken with my daughter from my second marriage, and they're sisters, but you know, they never. Well, they were down in Texas, the other ones, but they never got together. Apparently, the number two one, she saw about something with me, and when she sent a message to my wife on Messenger asking if I blocked her, and I said, "What did she?" When she called, what did she say? Oh, did Tony block me? I said, "Fuck it, then block her." Don't tell her I said no, I didn't block you. You call me, you want to be like that. The only time she ever called me was on running on a bus route from one to the other, thinking it was a good time to call me, and I'm busy, man. I got to run from one another, catch a ride back to the station, get another bus to go up to the other route. So I didn't have a lot of time, Always that and money. Yes, half sister. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to keep track of all that, huh? Yeah, I
So
remember
Tony,
when I was a kid.
how far do you live from the Barangay Hall?
Oh, not too far. Driving wise, well, I think I can get through on one of these inner roads, but I've never gone down the other roads because I think they're full of not that it means anything, but they're full of Muslims. So
What's
driving
that?
wise,
Two of the streets. One of them is called Callow Street or something like that.
I heard of it. No, that's
I was
over
I
by
was looking at a map.
Guts. I saw two.
You're
I saw two street signs here once, and they were obstructed by a bush.
I thought
It
you were in
was
Bading.
well, I don't know where the Bronx. I drive my car there, and I go out to the road that runs parallel with the river. It's about less than 5 minutes, 3 4 minutes, something.
Okay, but what I'm saying, you don't know that you're in Bading.
I'm in batting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Silangan is I don't understand it. They got this. Well, yes, they got the side of the city, the district you're in, that kind of thing. What's the difference between batting and Silangan? I don't know. Is Silangan just my this area within batting being like a aldermatic district? Instead of numbering them, we got different names. I don't know.
It looks like the main road along the river is Callow.
Callow? Oh, it might be
Callo.
the architect that did my house here. His last name is Callow, and the guy also started, or his name is hanging on the wet market too. So could be. I've never been down never been down to the Barangay Hall. They came out once when the father-in-law here almost torched down our other house. The grass is like, and I know this because I've seen it in California where my daughters live. The shit was so dry, it was red. It was just blonde and red or orange. So I understand. I understand now when they say when a forest fire starts because he goes and he goes with this lighter, man, and he lights up this straw grass, thinking it's just gonna light it and fizz out. Well, the fucker was windy, and it got right toward the house. I was beating back the flame on the grass, and then I said, "Fuck this! I'm getting out of here." And he later on, and my wife says, "Yeah, you didn't know why you left." I go, I had nothing to do with this, man. And everybody, it was surprising to me how many people live around here. They were all out watching the festivities, man. So he just said he smoked a cigarette and did whatever. But yeah, I have
How
yet to
how
go on.
long do, how long do you have to drive to take your boy to school? Is it very far?
Well, driving wise, probably
I mean, do you have to go up on the main drag of the
8
city, or
minutes. Yeah, yeah. Montilia um, runs right into. I don't even know that freaking side street.
Agusan Misamis Oriental Road? No, JC Aquino Ave, right?
No, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, no, no.
no.
That's the main drag that goes across the bridge across the river.
Yeah, that one. But I'm the other way. I'm south of
Yeah,
that. I'm north of that.
yeah, you're north of it, I know. But do you go down and get on that road to take your son to school?
Kino?
You go down Montilla Boulevard, you turn onto
No,
the other main one? No?
no, no. I go. It's called Villanueva. I found this out by.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see Villanueva Extension. I'm looking at the map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that school? Starland. Yeah, it's the what do you call it? What
Huh.
the hell?
I don't see the school on the.
I saw no street sign, but the former PNP officer guy worked in Cebu and met his wife or his lady or whatever, and she mentioned that name like a couple weeks ago. I said, "Well, that's nice to know because
Oh, okay. I see it now on the map. Yeah.
there's no
It's
there's
just
no
it,
street sign."
it's just off Montilla Boulevard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. Like
Yeah.
walk like
Turn the corner and it's there. Yeah.
30 seconds. Yeah, yeah. Picking
Okay.
somebody up would be a pain. I don't like this afternoon school thing he does. He goes in the afternoon now, noon to 5.
Does that
You
go
know, so,
kindergarten all the way through high school?
they have the 12th grade is only on online,
Oh,
so I don't know where they're going to go for. One of the ladies, one of the Chismas is Queens. She seems, that she knows of this school that's pretty good in the 12th grade and all this shit. She she tried uh, becoming friends with me on Facebook. I'm like, I don't. And then
but
she said to my
you
wife,
said your son goes in the morning, right?
"No, he goes in the afternoon now."
Oh, oh, starts at around lunchtime and then goes
Yeah, so
later.
so we go to the detox place with the the foot thing. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it helps suck out the shit that's in there. It's a benefit though. I mean, I don't.
Is it like is it like Epsom salts or something?
Yeah, kind of on that order. Yeah, and sucks out sugars and whatever else you got in there. It works for me. I'm pleased. We pay. What do we pay? 2 hours. I do roughly 600. My wife does 1 hour. They give me a discount. So because I'm one, that business is going to be gone by the end of the year because they don't get nobody in there.
Yeah,
You
you're the
know.
only one.
Well, no. I mean, listen. You charge 300 for 1 hour, 600 for two. How many people around there make
300's
that?
just between $5 and $6. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but how many people around there that can disposable cash?
That's what I mean. It probably cater only to foreigners and
Yeah, well,
not much business.
yeah, no, we didn't go this. We went on Monday this week because that was a holiday. So I'm not sure whether they're going to be there tomorrow Saturday or not. Probably not. They probably went up to Dumaguete or Cebu. She's kind of pissed at him all the time. She said she was a doctor. What kind of doc? I don't know what. She must have been a what do you call it? Family. What do they call the family practitioner? What was the
General
word for it?
practitioner,
Yeah, something like
GP.
that. Yeah, I didn't get into her background. I ain't gonna sit there and quiz somebody on it. Because I would mention things and she'd be like, "Well, I never heard of that." And I'm thinking, "What do you mean you're a doctor?"
Huh.
But anyway, nice people. They're I think his rent for that part. It's right down the street from Jollibee and JC Aquino. I think he pays 35,000 a month. So then the
So
employees,
where's that market at? You said your in-laws. Do they still work there or have a spot there?
Lagayan, it's in Lagayan. Lagayan, something like
Is
that.
that very far away from where you're at?
No, no,
Uh-huh.
no. It's everything everywhere I need here is 12 minutes and under.
Huh.
I finally found a place that does the aftermarket, like tires and all kinds of stuff. And I
Oh, I
want to
see
get
it. Langayan Public Market.
a
Yeah, I see that on
dying.
the map.
That's something to do with Callow too.
Damn, that's close too.
It
Just
might have
off
been
Salvador Callo Street. Yeah.
you don't see no street signs around there though. But
I'm using Google Maps.
right, I think they redid the roof on that place. It was a long time coming too. How could you be doing a roof? How could you be doing a roof when you got part of that fish wet market is meat?
You ever remember Lagayan Market?
Langihan, not
Langihan. I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, well, so was I. But
Langihan.
you got the wife there now?
Yeah, have you ever been to it?
Yeah. I've been there.
Of course.
I did a video
Okay.
on it.
Yeah, she lived in Butuan for a while, so yes, she knows.
Why don't you just give her a ear pod, man? Yeah, Lagaya, whatever.
You went to St. Joseph College? I didn't know that.
Who? Oh, by the church?
My wife. There's a St. Joseph College that she went to in Butuan.
I know where the church is.
Okay, well, the college probably isn't too far from the church then.
The church is right down the street from JC
It's on
Aquino.
Montilla Boulevard, she said.
Well, then it was okay. Must be. Oh, is it by the? There's like a naval academy there or something.
Is there a Naval Academy there too? Close?
They wear like
Oh, it's a Maritime Academy, same thing, yeah.
yeah,
We call
yeah,
it Naval, they call it Maritime.
yeah. Well, I would see the young guys in the white pants and the blue like you're going to a ball or something,
Yeah.
and some of the ladies got on all white. So it was probably a medical.
That's Montilla Boulevard. That's the BPI that we opened in
Yeah, that's
town
right.
that
Well,
gave
it's
me
down.
such a hard time.
It's down from that, but where that is about 2 blocks west or north. North of the school. No, west. North of the school. North of the school. They're remodeling part of Starline. I don't know where they're getting the money for that, but what do I pay there? I pay 60 right now. I think I saved 63,000 a year.
63,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's everything. Books, tuition.
No.
No,
That's
no,
tuition. That's just
that's
tuition.
tuition.
Something like that. 61 to 63.
And he's in what grade? Just fourth,
Four,
something like that.
four.
Oh,
$1,100 a year, under 1,200, something like that.
right.
But if you're in Manila, Metro Manila, they got a school up there too. It costs you 14,000 US a year
How can it be like 12 times the amount?
because you got more
That's-
money up there.
I know, but
You got BGC, Makati.
I know. High rent district.
Well, from the
Damn,
photos,
14, almost 12 times. That's
from the
that's
from the
insane.
photos I've seen, it's really like state of the art kind of facility. I don't know if they're. I think what they're upgrading now, where we are, I think they're upgrading the principal's office is what I really think they're doing. That's about it.
Yeah,
So that's
they're
like
getting-
that's not Lagayan, huh? It's Lagihan.
How do you pronounce it again? Lingihan? Langihan.
Lagihan.
I can't move my mouth. to do it
Lagihan.
right.
Lagihan.
Langihan. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, if they my first time I spotted the street signs, they didn't make any sense because the one street was, I don't even know how they could call it a street. Just Road, Holy Night. You know, they'll be playing that pretty soon at the mall next month.
Yeah, it's almost time to get the Christmas decorations out, right?
Yeah. Yep. Neighbor's got his lights. He just leaves them up all year.
You might as well.
Yeah, they're like, here's the party kind of lights if it isn't Christmas.
So how's the noise around your house? It's not too noisy at night?
Oh no, not at all.
Not at all, huh?
No, they haven't been blaring their speaker systems around in quite a
Karaoke?
while. Yeah, they haven't done that in quite a while. Real loud, so they must all the guys that are not from here, they must have, they pregnate a woman, they take off. So
Yeah, my
No.
wife's, you know how every town has a fiesta, a day of
Yeah.
the year. Well, I think
Yeah,
my
Boca.
wife's is the 28th August. Her hometown is August 28th.
uh,
Down on the
Bonga
coast. But
Bonga just had theirs this last weekend.
Habonga
I
did?
didn't. Yeah, I didn't go because I wouldn't have felt comfortable about leaving my house overnight because the sliding door that's in the front of the house that we don't use no more,
Mhm.
where all the panels of glass are. Somebody must have tried breaking in there because it was it was locked and it didn't move for nothing. And I went over there because I saw the mother-in-law went to the door. I'm like, no, it's not there no more. And just as I said that, it moved. So I looked at it and it was
What, on your
I
house?
put it, yeah. I put down a steel bar to block that door from sliding.
Right.
So yeah, if I'd have never seen her around there, I would have never known that, I'm
You
thinking it
have
might have been one.
you have a gate at the end of your driveway now? No?
Yeah. Yeah, wall
Oh, you
gate.
do?
Yeah. Yeah, I got my
So
6
you
foot
got
high.
walls all around your house and you got a gate at your driveway. So you're should be secure,
Yeah, I'm like-
right?
in my little burn. Well, that's what they do around here with when they can afford it. The block,
got the-
you know.
You got the broken bottles on top of your wall, cut glass?
No, not yet. No, because these cats got up there now. There was somebody trying to get in up there for a while, but there's cats up there. When they run, they make a boom. They make all kinds of racket. And the dogs go crazy. And I want to go up there and throw some glass up there. Put down some adhesive, But I didn't want to leave the house alone. I mean, that high wall could actually look against you too by hiding
Right,
everybody.
right.
Well, I wanted 6 foot, and it's exactly 6 foot because I said, "Damn, I should have went another course higher." Then nobody's been able to see you walking around. You know, I got lights all over the place. They're the kind that are recessed on the side
You
of
have,
the house.
you have cameras?
Not yet.
Hmm.
That I seen around for about 1,400 US, I think. The thing is that if they're not hardwired, don't have them in the house because if you have them in the house, some computer whiz can tap into that and watch you.
Hmm.
So if you like getting freaky in the house, you're gonna have putting on a show for everybody.
Or just to tell when you're home too.
Actually, you know what? It's more like it's just like what do you call it? Like we were just talking about Bluetooth. I think that's how it works. Yeah, I gotta give up my window right here. But in that other room, it's echoes.
Yeah, right
Really,
now your audio is good now.
I really like what that guy did with going to the using the white latex for primer and because primer is paint. It's paint. My ex-father-in-law told me that. He goes, "Why do you call it that shit? It's paint. You know, the foundation." But he did it in white, and the white when he went over with a semi-gloss, looks nice and it looks good. Looks real good. But if I wanted to do every door here, it'd take me till next summer. So I think I'm gonna have to I'll get some sandpaper myself and take care of it. We had a baby monitor once, but um, when I was at work, I had a walkie-talkie. When I was on um, setup person, somebody called me, and there was somebody on there one night on the same frequency with a baby monitor. We were picking up baby monitors. So, Jamie, was this your brother or your father? That's a Genovese. It could get kind of tarantula. Yeah, you know what? I killed something. I don't know what it was, but it had some long legs, a little bit of fur, and I smacked it. I killed it with a broom. It was in the news section. I got built there. Look, migrated northwards. No, really. Wow. Well, I don't think you're gonna migrate too long. I think the weather would be against them with that. What you think? I know they got fur in there. I know they got fur on them, but I don't know if that.
Maybe you just need some more of whatever type of birds eat tarantulas. Wouldn't it be nice if pigeons ate tarantulas, huh? Pigeons, there's pigeons everywhere.
Yeah, I already got these little gecko, little bastard lizards here. They up
You
on
know who would know that is our famed Simon.
yeah, these fuckers shit all over my truck all the time.
Of course, we know Simon only feeds his the best
Hey,
stuff, but
you,
they,
they
they
go
could eat pigeon. I mean
they
tarantulas.
go they go around the house, around the outside, and they eat whatever. I was at the mother-in-law's place, and there was a broken a piece of rubber band, and the thing ate it up. I didn't see him reject it. He just sucked it in. That's
Yeah,
one of the
Jamie,
shit
you
on my.
get some hacker on there telling you a bedtime story.
Yeah, hooked up.
Eensy beensy spider. Used
Yeah.
to play that game. Now it's a
Bird's
tarantula.
Your birth father was doing something on the side with your mother. Swooped down and carried the spider like it was no good. You know, this guy I worked with, Harry, he passed away. He was a good guy too, man. He wasn't that old. He was younger than, well, gee, about 15 years younger than me. He was telling me down at the transit center, we used to have the land was given we used to be a train turnaround station where they turn it, rotate it around so it goes the other way. And the pitch when they built when that tore that up and they built a transit center, well, the buses would come in. It had freeway flyers or certain routes. And he said, yeah, we used to take Alka-Seltzer and break it up a little bit, and the pigeons would eat it up. What happens when they were in the air? Because that shit expands.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, so their wings just go straight out and boom, nose down.
They become a lawn dart.
Yeah.
I've heard about
doesn't-
that's why they quit. Remember at weddings they used to throw rice at the bride and groom as they were leaving the church, and then they discovered that raw rice and birds eat it, and then it expands in their stomach and kills them.
Well,
So
I always
they
thought.
stopped. Say please don't throw rice at weddings anymore.
Well, I thought that was because the people were just winding up and throwing a fastball at the bride.
No, it's because all the PETA people who love animals were concerned about the birds' health or lack of health after they died, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I like looking at that spotch of white with a little bit of green and darkness in it. Yeah. So they would all hang out the transit center, just be shitting all over the place, They try putting up things on the roof to get them, like hawk noise or something.
And sit around with their buddies up there. Hey, Vinny, watch this one.
Yeah,
Look at a nice black car down there.
Or a shotgun. When I was in my way to the station one morning on the weekend, just turning light outside, and this freaking I don't know if it was a pigeon or a seagull. The shit just splotch. That shit just came right down, right in front of me.
Never give pigeons your leftover Taco Bell.
I'd have had to go. Yeah. Yeah, when he told me about that Alka-Seltzer, man, I knew what it did because I've had it before. I've used it, so I knew what it does. Yeah. Fucking. Oh no! You tell somebody at work. Oh no, you can't do that. What do you mean? Let them shit on you, and then you find out. Sting operative hackers. I don't know how I get. I think it doesn't include me, but if you're computer literate, I think anybody can do that with the cameras. They're Bluetooth, unless you got to have your own what do you call it, device or something. There's special. Well, what are they gonna do to him around here, man? You see him do it. I was looking over the wall one day, and this young guy, like, he built this shack. I don't know. I think he was like runaway, and this other guy was there. I think he lives like right down the street here because his lights are on all night long. I see him moving around, but he had dark hair, and he's out there with this other guy. And I'm looking. He looked at me once, and the guy was telling him, "Don't look up there." I could tell. I didn't know the language, but I could tell. He never looked back again. Don't look up there. Don't know who you are. I got me a couple Pete Roses. Batter up, man. A melon squash. Sing opera. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, to see that majestic bird flying, huh? You know, outside the and that's how they. I heard they killed what's his name like that. That Russian dude. 8:16 a.m.
Hey,
Time is
Christian.
here. What night? What time is it? Oh, it's 8:16 p.m. Milwaukee 9 here.
It's afternoon for Christian.
Is it? I thought you said
Probably about, what is it? Let me look at my world clock here. London is 2:16, so Christian might be like 3:16 maybe.
8:16 a.m.
That's East Coast time. No, that's Central time. That's your old Wisconsin time.
Yeah. No.
I'm 9:16. Christian's probably like 3:16 in the afternoon or something. And Simon, who's not here, should be about 2:16.
I'm trying to talk. You got to work hard. Kid going to college. Another one 2 years behind that, I think.
Who? Me?
Simon, not you.
Oh, well, I got one in college too, and another one next year. She's
Oh no, going
One-
into.
yeah.
You got
One
some
that
kids
just
on the side.
one that just finished a year and a half ago. One in college, and then one going to be going probably next fall.
You got some extra kids out there, do you? Hey, yeah, let's see.
Christian, you forgot it was Friday. You're getting as bad as Tony.
So you gotta take your wife to work every week, or what?
4 times a week.
So you'll be
Monday,
like next
Tuesday,
Friday.
Thursday, Friday.
Okay, next Friday. Why did I up this and
I don't know. You asked me what's a good time, and I said 8:30, and so you set it for 8:05.
Oh yeah. 30.
But she switched
8:30.
days this week, so she's off today. So we're going to go to that citizenship ceremony for her friend, hopefully.
I heard they throw rice at those too.
No, it's screwed up
Yeah.
though, because I know if they do it like when my wife, that you go in the morning for, they call it your interview, right? Which, they ask you some questions and things, and then they say, oh, okay. Well, at least for us, they said, okay, come back after lunch for the oath taking ceremony. So they don't give you much time to like notify if you have family or friends who want to go witness it. But we are just assuming that it's going to happen the same as ours did, and we're going to go after lunch. Hopefully, watch her oath taking ceremony.
Christian gonna come over for the last few minutes.
Yeah, you got to have at least a few minutes with some toxic male.
What's that?
You need to have at least a couple of minutes with some toxic masculinity.
Yeah. God knows everybody needs a dose.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. Broke man, broken.
It's not a Tony broadcast unless you offend somebody, right, Kristen?
You know, I was looking at this thing on story about some guy. They broke into his neighbor's home, burning home, rescued their dog. I don't know why it made me think of this, but when I went to my second wife's class reunion, and they were telling me, I was sitting there, and these guys, I think a lot of them thought I went to the school. Apparently, it looked like some guy that went to. But they're talking about, you know, getting drunk and all that stuff, and they're young. And this guy like one of like a farm boy kind of beef, kind of big guy, was all wasted. And he went home and he's beating on the door, you know, like open up. You know, his key wouldn't work and all this shit. Turns out he was at his neighbor's house. so
I did that before. Not my
Did
neighbor. In the military, not civilian. Well, it wasn't a house. It was our like barracks rooms, you know. And
Yeah.
except I was in training, so they were more like a hotel. You know, you shared a room with one other dude, you know. So I was actually home in my room, but I decided I needed to get up and go pee real bad. Well, we shared a bathroom, you know, between the two rooms. You'd go in, you'd lock the other door, you know, so whoever was in the other room can't come in. So I was in. I took a leak, and then I proceeded to go out, but in my drunken brain, I went out the wrong door, and I should have known when I had to unlock it, you know, to get back in my room, but I wasn't. So I went in the other. The bed. Again, in my mind, I should have realized, hey, if the bed's made, why, you know, if I just got out of bed, why do I have to pull down a freshly made bed, right? But anyways, I did. I pulled down a freshly made bed, got in under covers, passed out. And when the morning woke up, the light, you know, shining in the room, the door opened, and this dude's coming in uniform. He was on night shift, right? And he said, "Who are you?" I lifted up and I said, "Who are you?" And then I looked at the room. It was exactly the opposite of what mine is, you know, because it was on the other side of the building, right? So I said, I think I know what happened. I went back through the bathroom and went back to my own room. But luckily, there wasn't someone occupying that bed when I tried to get in it, you know. They would have. I would have probably got my ass whooped or something. I don't know.
Had your sweaty ass in that bed all night. Where was he going to sleep now?
Huh?
Where'd that guy have to sleep if he was in his bed all night?
No. I wasn't in his bed. There was two beds in the room, right? His bed was by the window, but mine was the one I got into was right by the bathroom door, just like the one in my own room. But so I proceeded to go back to my own bed.
Oh boy!
So I think that's the only time I've ever done that, going to the wrong place. I did have someone one time. I lived in a fourplex apartment complex, and I was sitting in my living room, and I was in the military, right? So I knew nobody in this town, right? It was just me and my spouse and child. So I'm sitting in my living room, and my door, I see the door handle start, you know, it was locked, but I see it start to move, like someone's trying to open the door and come in.
Yeah.
So I went out my apartment, down the stairs, around the building, up to, you know, the front door that moved. I looked up, there's a guy at the door, and I said, are you looking for something, you know? And he said, "Oh, no, I'm looking to see it so-and-so." I said, "Do you always just like try to open the door before you know?" I said, "It's a good thing my door was locked, because if you would have come in uninvited, you might be laying here right now."
You should have said, when you said, "Are you looking for something?" You should have dropped your drawers.
I said, I said, you know, I didn't tell the guy, but don't you ever think of knocking first, you know, instead? I mean, maybe it was a friend, you know, and his friend said, "Hey, I just moved into this place. Come over. You know, this is my apartment." Sure, I could see that happening. but if you're not sure, man, and the door's locked, you start knocking. You don't try to turn the door and force it.
Well, I'm sure I told this story, but when I was in the reserves, when I got out active, and I don't sleep good in the street in places, especially with a fucking 60 guys. And this guy, we had a sleepwalker, man, and I'd watch him walk around, I don't know hardly anybody there. And he, next night, he got up and he pissed on this guy's locker, sprayed it, So this dude, but he had to see a doctor, man, because he was fucking dejected because I took his mattress and I threw it outside. The next night before I did that, he gets up again and he's walking, and he walks he's on the other side of the aisle, and he comes to the bed next to me, the bunk or double, and he tries to get in. The guy goes, "Get the fuck out of here." So he comes and sits down on mine. I'm like, "Get the fuck out." So when he gets up, he starts pissing on this guy's stomach. The guy was like, "Look, the sound of water when it's hitting a wet rag?"
Yeah. Well, we
That's
had
what
a
it's.
dude one guy had come home. He was so drunk he pissed in the boots of his roommate. His boots were sitting, up against the wall, and I guess he mistook those as a urinal, and the guy didn't find out till they woke up in the morning, and he was pissed because he was like, the dude he pissed in was like an E6, right? And the dude that did the pissing was like an E4, so he wasn't too happy about it.
I gotta tell you, this one of my friends opened up a bar back in the '90s, and he had live bands there, and they're right in the front. I mean, you had the bar, and then the little stage. I mean, everything was, you could see where everything was. Everything was plugged in. The guy went over there. He's all fucked up, and he starts pissing on the junction box.
Cool. It's better than an electric fence, huh?
It could have. He could have got a big ass charge out of that, man. But the guys in the band go, they're the ones that I don't know if they had roadies since they were a local band, but who the fuck is going to touch that mess? It's spraying all over. Oh, man. To feel the mist. My friend's wife did. He did it as his ex-wife. They made a bet. Whoever swore first had to do whatever. And so they were both doing pretty good, And one morning she was laying on the couch, sleeping, and drops his drawers and farts in her face. And she chased him outside. She said he had her on the phone. We were at the station. This happened years before, we met on this job. And he tells me this at 4:00 in the morning. He says she told him she could feel the mist from that wet fart. She goes, "Oh no, you ain't telling those guys, are you?" Oh my God. It lasts so hard at 4:00 in the morning. Normally I don't talk to nobody till the goddamn sun comes up. I should say goddamn, sorry about that. But I'm not, don't talk to me till the light is broken, because I'm not in the mood. I'm not a morning person. I love it if I can wake up early enough, because with the fucking prostate, I gotta get up here and piss about 2 times a night maybe. And I like it when I got about 4 hours to go, but I hate it when I wake up and I got a half hour before I wake up usually anyway. So instead of getting up at 5, I'm up at 4:30. I got my little thing to do. Eats up my time. I can take my meds and set it up for the next day.
The only time I really have to set my alarm now is a day that I golf. I got to get up early for that. That's
Yeah.
the only time I get up for an alarm anymore.
You know, I'm totally against getting up that early than having to put in effort. So, like hitting a
Uh,
golf ball.
I
But
put
hey,
But
my
I'm
clock.
used.
I put my clock to ring for after 5 minutes sleeping. That's enough.
don't you feel like picking it up and throwing it at the wall, man? My
Sometimes.
wife's phone will go off. My wife's phone will go off with vibrate and the music.
I'm
And the
usually up
devil
by
is that
5:30, 5:30, 6:30 anyway. So
I'm five every day, if not 4:30. When I lived alone, if I didn't take my shower and shit before 10 a.m., my day was wasted.
of course, Jamie
There's no
right now she don't know what time she sleeps or what time she's awake because it's totally up to the baby, right?
and plus you gotta facilitate the papa's workouts. So where's your? You're not married, are you, Jamie? Did you get married? The Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo
Yeah.
Bill.
Huh?
Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, Buffalo Bill, man. But you know that it's a Western thing here, or America. Buffalo Bill did a freak show for all the Easterners that ventured out west. Buffalo Bill. Jamie's
So
still
what
there.
month you planning on going to Asia there, Christian?
November.
Oh, I see. Good choice. Get away from the snow in Norway.
Yeah.
You going to try to do like a full 6 months or just something short of that?
No, it's going to be 2.5, 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Your fair share of Pootie Tang and go back.
Yeah,
Really?
You decided how much you're going to split Thailand and Philippines, or
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think about now. I don't want to spend too much time in Thailand because there I'm going to just drink too much. So
yeah. But you got friends in both places, right? I mean, you still have to get a hotel, or you stay
no,
with friends, or
I'm going to rent an apartment.
yeah, like a month at a time or weekly or something.
Yeah, when I go to Thailand now, it's going to be weekly, but in the Philippines, I hope at least 2 months.
How's the Thai baht right now? Is it about the same as last time you were there?
Yeah, about the same. Uh, Quite low.
See, I think isn't there, it's like 10 krona to a dollar, a US dollar, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like one
So it'd
baht.
be like
No, sorry,
340 baht to a kroner or something.
uh, one Norwegian kroner will be 3 baht,
Oh,
3.1,
three baht. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I was going the other direction. Yeah.
yeah, but one Norwegian to Philippine pesos is 5.3 or 5.4.
hmm Yeah, Tony, what's US dollar now? Is it about 57? Have you traded
No,
recently?
it's 55.64, I think, today. I just
Uh-huh.
got some money today. That gave me 48,000 or 49,000, something like that. 900 bucks.
That's right. When does your eagle shit? On the first of the month
Uh,
or the last of the month? Mine's
mm,
mine's the fourth Wednesday.
for what?
Your government social security.
Oh, they keep telling me based on the third, I get it second week, but I get it like first of the month, usually. Well, it gets dropped in there, man. I gotta get rid of my American phone. I don't see the option.
Hmm?
When I go onto my Social Security website, I don't see the option for having to send me passwords. But because I have to keep my American phone, otherwise I won't be able to. I guess I'm going to have to make one of them phone calls where I sit there for 3 hours. Wait. But that's about $70.
Yeah, you need something to text to you, right?
Yeah,
The US
I
phone
don't
number.
want to. Yeah, I want to drop because I dropped a couple other things that would net me that would pay for my medicine, and my wife's. So it wouldn't take any more out of whatever whatever else there is, because I got that small pension from the factory, so that covers all of our medicines. I don't have to dip into the main cash reserve there. Well, I tried to ask this question. What the fuck is all this? The rate? What is the rate? It's the Filipino peso rate, 55 to 1. How much is $1 in Philippine pesos right now? 56.86. It's probably after noon, but I sent that money before noon. 56.86, so I probably got 49 something.
Did you feel a little earthquake earlier today?
No.
Because there was a 4.8 down off the east coast
How far down?
of Mindanao. Well, it's
4.8.
Are you familiar with the East Coast map of Mindanao? There's a place called Boston,
No,
as we call it,
no.
and Catail.
You're in Agusa del Sur?
Right.
No,
You're
I
in
don't know.
You're in the Caraga region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looked
No,
like it was 0300 local, so that would have been 3 a.m. You were sound asleep anyways.
yeah, usually, yeah. I give you when the mother-in-law's place really shook because downstairs was concrete, upstairs was wood.
Yeah.
But it's enough when it fucking does it for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You're like, it's almost shit or get out the pot time, where it's either gonna get way stronger or quit.
Yeah, I guess earlier today there was a huge one down off the tip of South America, between South America and Antarctica, 7.5.
Oh wow.
But maybe a small tsunami, but it was out in the very barren region. So
We're in a ring of fire here.
Yep.
Ring of fire.
I know. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan for 4 years. Lived right on
Well,
the
Matt,
ring.
where I'm at right here, the water would it would be rising. It would rise, but it wouldn't be that flush that you get from the coming up the shore. Strong.
Right. How far are you
So
from the river?
right down it's on the other side, about 5 minutes walk.
Well, if you got a big enough one, say between you and like Cebu Island and Leyte, I mean a real big one, like 8 or something.
Convenient.
That river would flood real easily.
They have wall down there, which helps like a break wall actually. I have yet to go on the other side of that wall because they have a lot of squatters over there. So because I saw a ferry in there either getting work done or something, and they had parked there for quite a while, but I didn't have my camera ready. So
When I was living in Okinawa, a lot of the places where they didn't want erosion, Remember back when we were kids that you'd play a game of jacks with that bouncing ball and pick up as many jacks,
Yeah.
right? Remember that? Well, they make these. They look like cement jacks. They're huge, right? They make
World
them
War
out of
II?
cement, and they put them on the beach for erosion. I mean, on the seawall. And I just I'm like, it's amazing to think there was that much concrete, because there's so many of them, and they look just like jacks, except they're huge cement things, and they
Like the
just
things they have
piled on
over-
top of each other for miles. It's
Look like that on Omaha Beach or
well, yeah, those were made of steel, right?
yeah, right.
These are cement, and each jack, the jacks had prongs. I'd say each was at least like 2 feet around, so they were big cement things.
There's a guy up there in Bull made. He's not on the channel anymore. He had a pretty good channel, but he got some health issues, so he stopped it. But his house, the there's a double door. I think off the kitchen, you walk out, and you're like 3 feet from the freaking water. And when I was typing one time, I said, "You need a break wall out there to slow that, because as the ocean rises, your house is going to be flooded in like probably 10 or 20 years, And so he puts up this. Now he didn't understand what I meant by a break wall, because being in having a Lake Michigan, you know. So he puts up this rock like whatever people were farming, throwing them, They look like cobblestones. I said, no, man, I meant the kind out away from the house to slow the waves down, so they don't wash away. Stuff is fast.
Right.
He didn't understand I'm like, man, that fucking wall you got would be that little thing he had was just there for looks. It wasn't fun. But he hadn't done no work in that house ever since. I think he had some nervous issues. Never. He had the only house. They had a typhoon a few years ago. Not to go up and bowl. I think I don't know if he lived around. But his house, the concrete house he made, was the only building standing in the entire area. So all these people were at his house when there was a storm, typhoon. And from what I've seen, his wife did a video. She's working now, and he probably ended up having to pay support for his oldest kid, or one of his kids, here in America, or there in America. But a good guy.
That's why we built a cement, hollow block house where my wife, where she grew up, because that one was taken out during a typhoon on the East Coast there, Mindanao. So, and I think I told you we built a 4 meter by 11 meter for $2,500. So,
Yeah. One of the brother-in-laws was living in Cagayan, and the last typhoon we had, usually those things just skirt here with the wind and the rain, and it went away from us, but Cagayan's about 4 hours from here, and Cagayan de Oro had it dipped down and really did some damage. The brother-in-law lived right off of the what, Aircon?
Yes.
Okay. Say hello to all these old guys. See that guy? You see his wife?
hello, Mateo.
Hello.
Hello.
My boy's the only one in his class that memorized these 2 speeches that I think they're about nature or something. What are they about?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you remember them. I guess that's better than me. And
Yeah.
not knowing and
and not remembering.
yeah, I get up there and go, okay, I'll be right there. I gotta go try and condition. He's getting tall too, man. He's gonna be taller than my wife in about a couple of months. He'll be past her by his 11th birthday. I think he may be his mother's son's 5'11". I'm 5'10".
What's your wife? About 5'2"?
Yeah, she's about 5'2", maybe. Yeah. Hold on. I ain't either. I don't know if the school's challenging enough for him. I guess for this part of the world, it may be. But it just, just nothing's a big deal there for me.
What would you say the student to teacher ratio is in his classroom?
Oh man, there's 5 kids in his class.
That's it?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're from last year, moved up. Well, if I'd have had 5 kids, if I'd have had a classroom instead of having 20 to 40, I'd have been, then you've got time for other students that don't catch on right away. But if you don't catch on, you're fucked. So.
Well, you hope
and
hope the other 4 in his class aren't slow learners, because then, because the teacher's got to go slow to keep up with the slowest one.
No, they don't bother. I mean, I don't know who's who inside there, but
Yeah.
he doesn't. So far, he picks up on everything. There was a poem or something. It was like a whole page. He had to memorize it word for word. He's the only one that did. I don't know what that gets you in the real world, but aside from sense of accomplishment, I guess, I don't know. But they were when I was in school, man. Now you know what they do now in Milwaukee public schools. I met a guy on the bus. He's a teacher at one of the schools. He got the same age as me. He was in the army at the same time, all of that stuff. And he took advantage of his GI Bill, and he went to college to become a teacher. And he said that everybody graduates, regardless of whether they know what the hell they're doing or not. I said, why do they do that? Why do they do that? Well, they don't want them to feel left out.
Yeah,
That
they don't
tells
want
you-
to hurt anybody's feelings. Yeah.
What does that tell you about the effort you do put in? It's for nothing. It doesn't matter. What
Well,
kind
I've
of
heard-
message?
I've heard nowadays online that works kids are just having AI write their papers for them and do their work for them, basically. So
They let them use calculators right in the freaking room, man. I never got that shit.
they're getting it based on their own.
The thing is,
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
big deal. That was like teachers probably thought that was like stealing when we could use a calculator, instead
yeah.
of doing the
Well, you know
math on
why?
paper or in our head.
You know why? Because the part in the learning there is how you come to the formula, not the answer.
Yeah, how
itself.
you get to your result. Yeah.
Yes, everything.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, when I was in school, I'm like, well, all they give a shit about is whether they have the real answer or not. When I went to school in Ohio, my brother-in-law, we were in 6th grade together. The guy in back of him, his name was Clifford Cox. We used to call him Bozo. Always tough guy, Although he couldn't. We played football, and I'm on the O-line, and that guy can't even. And I feel like I'm in my stance for an extra like fucking 5 minutes before he finally gets up. I'm like, so I let him push me down one time, make him go, yeah, you think you're so tough. I never said a fucking word, man. I just when the whistle blew and the ball was snapped, he was on his ass every single time, man. I can't help that. But that dude, he scored he scored a 92 or 3 on a test. I forget what it was, an English test or something. And he sat right in back of my brother-in-law, and they had the same score. And the teacher had to have known it, Mr. Lester. He had a crippled hand. One hand was curled up, and he said he was, oh yeah, we got a Clifford Cox here. You know, he got 90. He got all but 1 or 2 answers wrong. I think 93 is a one wrong answer or something. And I thought, well, me and my brother-in-law were laughing. The fucking guy looked. I was watching him look over your shoulder. You know, he doesn't. You don't go from averaging fucking 55 or 65 to 92 just like that. You know, the next day. We all knew it was full of shit. But that dude, I heard that guy had a kid died. He had a boy that died. I don't know if the kid was a couple of years old. You know, that fucked him up pretty good, I guess. My brother-in-law is still my friend. You know, before that, and after that, but guy lost his son. You know, messed him up. But Clifford was a tough guy. You know, if you looked at the guy, you thought, I don't want to mess with this guy. He'll kick my ass. But you know, when I'm 12 years old, I'm what do I weigh? I don't even know. Am I 100 yet? Who knows? But I was putting him on his ass, man, every fucking time. And all he did was keep repeating. Oh, I never thought I was shit. I didn't talk no shit. You know? Tapped the ball. Fuck, he was on his ass before he got out of his fucking stance, you know? And the coach was getting out of it. Clifford, what? Our coach was one of the town police. That fucker, I think he purposely did this one time. We were walking home. We were halfway home. We lived in Trenton, off of Trenton Avenue. He took us in a police car, and he goes the opposite way. I don't know what way, what he was thinking or doing. I think he was fucking us over. He gets a call. So we got to get out of the car, you know, and had a lot of walking to do to get to our original point. It ain't home. But Tom Wells, man, he was all right though. Larry Arnold, that dude was fucking huge. Good times, man. Good times. I like their education system. They had these books. You tear out every page after once you studied, then you have your test part and you tear it out. The way they had it laid out was perfect. I loved it. I could have stayed there too, but if I'd have stayed there, I wouldn't be here tonight. Look what I'd be missing. Couple guys 3 times the age I was. What time is it, man? It's a fucking 10, yeah.
Almost, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to get washed up and go with my wife to this citizenship induction, hopefully.
She gets induction?
Huh?
She gets it?
No, not my wife. It's a friend of my wife that we've known for like 20 years.
Yeah.
She's also from like the east coast of Mindanao. And father,
she's been working.
In fact, I met her father when we traveled over there. Last time I was there was what, 18 years ago, almost now. Yeah. I met her father. Her father was so dark because he was a fisherman, right?
Yeah.
And man, honest, he looked like he was, you know, that golfer Vijay Singh?
Yeah.
Who was real dark, like from Fiji, I think he was, or which is east of India. Her dad was so dark. He looked like a guy from India, you know, that worked outdoors all the time because he was a fisherman. And I said, wow.
He could have been native Filipino too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But he was.
Showed that wide nose.
Yeah, fishermen. Yeah. All right. I'll see you, Christian and Jamie.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping.
Have a good week. Yeah, maybe next week if you could do 8:30, that would be great. But
Well,
whatever
I'll try to
works for you.
remember.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
All
good
right,
one.
guys.
Later.
See y'all later. Bye bye.